This is a Hot Pie Media original.
They didn't listen. They never listen. Just shut up. Shut up. Texas Football Inc. Why did you make me go here? Why? Why did you go there? Don't go there. You suck. You lost. You're a dumpster fire. Don't make excuses, whatever you do. And they didn't listen. They did not listen. Please don't beg for more negative attention. And you can stop the negative attention, some of it, by shutting your face and just playing. Stay in your lane. Shut up. They didn't do it. They acted silly. They went there. Bad. Bad choice. Another bad choice. I don't blame the boss of Texas Football Inc. for taking up for his coach. I guess you have to right now. I would do it somewhat diplomatically, and I would make sure that it doesn't sound like generous praise, because nobody deserves it. What you should say this week in news conferences, you've lost 5 in a row. You just lost to Kansas. Here's what you should say. We're upset about it. We don't like it. And we go to work every day to change it. Don't blame you for not liking it either. We're going to get better. Have a nice day, everyone. And shut up. You know what you can't do right now? This is the thing you cannot do. You can't whine and you can't complain. Cannot. And they're whining and complaining. You know what you can't say? Well, we had some players get the flu this week. You lost to Kansas. I don't care if you have the plague. You shouldn't lose to Kansas. Shut up over there. Don't do it. But you did it. And now I got to rail on you. Have to. Everybody should. You put the kick me sign right back on your coach and your AD because they went there and they whined. I told you the simple answer. It's not, look, you're all getting paid a lot of money. You're in the spotlight. It's a tough gig at times. Tough, not that tough, but can be a tough gig. You're a mess. You're an absolute mess. There's no getting around it. All you can do this week and every day after is keep it simple, own it, and stay in your lane. Next question, please. Are you going to fire the coach? I'm not firing the coach. We're not happy about where we are. He knows it has to get better. I'm telling you, it will get better. Silence. You know what you don't do in that moment? You don't say, but we had some players out with the flu on Tuesday. Don't go there. Bad move. Kansas, just to bring it up, since you went there, the guy who scored the winning 2-point play for Kansas, he never played. He played one play. The quarterback's a freshman for Kansas. I think he's played 4 games. And you're going to whine? You're in Taj Mahal. You're a $100 million, $200 million football program, losing at home for the 5th time to one that's about a $5 million football program. And you have the audacity and the lack of common sense to say you had a bunch of players out with the flu on Tuesday? You played on Saturday night, you tool. Oh, they were a little feverish. Oh, okay. Oh, man, you guys, why'd you do that? I was going to say back up the coach for now, let it go, shut up and move along, and they didn't. Here's a statement from Athletic Director Chris Del Conte. He expresses support for Steve Sarkisian. Of course, he has a 6-year, $34 million contract. You can just about urinate on most of us, to use the common phrase of the day, for $34 million guaranteed. I think a lot of us would put up a lot. I think we'd even tolerate our boss saying it sucks. It sucks, and you better do better. I think any one of us would tolerate that, and they'd be right. If the boss said it sucks, it's unacceptable, what would be so wrong about that? Because it is. Don't say, our players had the flu. Don't. All right, 5-game losing streak. They lose at home 57-56 to Kansas. At Texas Athletics, this is a statement. He's written it out. We all know it was a devastating way to lose. You all are so passionate about your Longhorns and feel frustrated about how things have gone for 5 games. Trust me, we are so disappointed and frustrated, true too, but no one is more upset than Coach Sark and the team. I feel like Mr. Rogers wrote this. What are you doing? This is my bigger point. This is exactly what I said. It is a candy-ass statement from a candy-ass performance. Own it. Have some stones, man. Just say it sucked. We're furious. You're so passionate. You're going to be more passionate now, you tool, that you said you had the flu. Gosh. How do you not get this stuff? Right? I mean, it's amazing. How do you not hear the Wardism? I feel like Jeff Ward's going to scream in my ear right now, so I'm going to channel, I know what we need to do. We need to own it and shut up. That's what we should do. Who told you to go and whine? Who told you that? None of us expected what we're up against now. It's a generation. But that's why we hired him and a tremendous staff to allow us to build a foundation for long-term success. Our Longhorns need to continue to learn and grow from these challenging times. We can be there by their side and help pull them through. Then he went to the talking points. Nope, Mr. Rogers. Bad form. Bad look, bad form. You never know us how many words Bill Belichick ever says. We don't know what he says. He just grunts, and then he leaves. I suggest that. Go Bill Belichick. What? I don't know what he said. It's over? Yeah. You know what the best thing would be to do? You sit down, you say, we have no excuses. This is Texas. And what we're doing now sucks. I got to go to work. You get up and you get your ass out on the field and just shut up. And then he talked about in his talking points that the team has lost quite a few players. How many has Kansas lost? How about the fat guy that caught the 2-point conversion? He was in engineering class 2 days ago. And you're whining about losing players? He then trots out these stats. 52% of the recruiting class of 2018 is gone. 46% of the 2019 recruiting class is gone. Of the last 4 classes combined, the total attrition rate stands at 33%. By the way, just to be clear, that's not that different than any program anywhere. There's always attrition rates, and that is a lame attempt, buddy. Don't do that. Then, the Longhorns were hit by the flu. 25 players missed practice last Tuesday. 1 player missed the game against Kansas. Oh, no. Was that the player that's supposed to cover the fat guy? Oh. Yeah. Coach Sark is building a culture. He has a tremendous group of coaches with him, and we are providing every ounce of support we can to muster to help them redirect our program. We have a great group of coaches who are proven and have a wealth of experience. They have all succeeded at the highest level. They will help us do that here too. The guys are fighting their butts off on the field, and we have a really good group of student athletes giving all they have. We have been dealt a tough hand with more injuries to players this week. You don't do this. We've been dealt a tough hand? What hand was Kansas dealt?
John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of ATX Hot Sauce in all 50 states, now in several retail outlets as well. So we're going to turn it over to the social media rock chef superstar, and we're going to walk through a few sauces and why you should buy. We've done Beat Heat, so we're second in line now for the tasting. Don't forget, everyone, go to atxhotsauce.com. So here we go.
All right, so this one is our smoked habanero 5-pepper. We smoke habaneros with ancho, pasilla.
Is that going to hurt?
This one, no, this one's actually really, really good.
Okay.
This is like your traditional tapatía, but without the vinegar in it, right? And because of that fermentation process that we've talked about all the time. This one is great on sandwiches, pizzas, things like that. Great on hot wings. I think you're going to really like this one too, especially the smoky flavor with the adobe chipotle and the smoked habaneros. We actually smoked the habaneros before we.
Does that go with the cab?
This would not go with cab. This would go with the great Chenin Blanc, though.
I teed you up with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That is good. That's good.
Isn't that good? It's just classic take. Well, it's a new take on a classic item. So it's called smoked habanero 5-pepper.
All right, don't forget
One of my
ATX.
favorites.
Don't forget atxhotsauce.com.
You're dealt, I know, I've been there. You were dealt the silver platter. You're dealt the golden ticket. You're dealt anything you want, anytime, any expense. You're dealt everything. The fat guy that caught the 2-point plays dealt nothing. The coach who didn't even know his team won is dealt nothing. He doesn't have jets. He doesn't have a $2 million defensive coordinator who can't do anything. He doesn't even have I bet you he doesn't even have $1 million special teams coach. You fools over there. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a cultural problem. This is exactly what I was talking about. The inability to connect and understand the moment. The guys are fighting their butts off on the field? No. You mean the one that got that sportsmanlike conduct penalty? That one? You know, against Kansas? You're serving yourself up, man. You really are. It's one thing to come out. I don't think anyone listening right now would say, if you're not going to whack the guy, and you've already missed your chance. If you wanted to whack him or anybody else, you would have said, you meet him in the locker room and say, you lost to Kansas. Get your ass out. Go. Pick your check up and go. It's not acceptable. So you didn't do that. Fair enough. It's now Tuesday. You do your news conferences. You issue these long-winded, my God, I'm not even finished halfway through this flowery haiku he's just issued. He just issued a haiku. It should have been one statement, unacceptable. That's it. Tweet, unacceptable. But if you want to back up your team, then I don't even think you have to do that. I think privately you walk up to the guy and say, I know, it's unacceptable. You don't need me to tell you, right? Get it right, man. You go get it right. You can have my back publicly? No, I'm not. I'm going to issue a statement that says unacceptable. And I think you should do the same. Go get me a trophy. For all the money I'm paying you, get a trophy. Have a great day. That's it. Love this haiku, love, players with the flu, attrition with your recruiting classes. We've been dealt a tough hand. Can you imagine anyone at the University of Texas ever saying they've been dealt a tough hand? There's no one dealt a more soft hand, lucrative hand. I don't think the fat guy that called the 2-point play, who played one down of football, would say he's been dealt a tough hand. He's still drunk. Oh, my gosh. We've been dealt a tough hand with more injuries to players. 2 young men who are among the best in the Big 12 at their positions, Bijan Robinson and Josh Thompson, are out. We knew we were up against even more challenges and going through a difficult stretch. You were playing Kansas. You got a difficult stretch? Really? Well, you got Alabama and Georgia back-to-back? No, you had freaking Kansas. You had Kansas. What kind of difficult stretch is that, sir? Very difficult stretch of games. Yeah. They've won one road game in 13 years. That's what difficult stretch you had. That being said, my God, you're long-winded. After Texas fight, that being said, our Texas fight and resolve never wavers. Oh, boy, I'm fired up now. Thank you for that haiku, Coach. Do they get participation ribbons, too? You know what they have? They have $12,000 lockers. That's how tough their life is. I know. I've been there. They have lockers that have mahogany and they have helmet warmers. I bet you Tom Brady doesn't have a helmet warmer. I bet he doesn't have a $12,000 locker. The Texas players do, and they've been dealt a tough hand, says their boss. But they have resolve, and they're working their butts off because they've been through a tough stretch. You know, that tough stretch of playing at home against Kansas and a fat guy who hasn't played a down. Not good. Probably a decent guy, working hard, but that was a horrible idea. It's not going to work. It didn't work. And unfortunately, sir, and look, Steve Sarkisian knows. I look at the guy. He's starting to look like Joe Biden already. He knows. Most coaches know. They're not that stupid. They know football. They know how bad it is. But the boss just sent the softest message at the worst time.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's the Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.